Welcome to 1111, which is a segment from my podcast where I talk about a topic for 11 minutes and 11 seconds. Okay, first of all, the video, if you're listening to this on my podcast, go look at my YouTube video because I recorded this day and it was one of my most favorite days I've ever had, which was yesterday. I've been having a really bad like mental week or day. No, not week. Just rough spot because I haven't been able to focus. So I like meditated, I read, I did my hot Pilates. I got the best try. But anyways, go look at that YouTube video. It's like one of my favorites right now. It's just like, a visual. And we're going to talk about today's topic is old habits to new habits. I've been reading my new favorite book called the Book of Secrets by Deepak Chopra, I believe. Deepak Chopra. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing their name correctly, but I love their book. And the big like I'm obviously going to talk about it at the end of the month, but the biggest thing it's taught me has been restarting and about how life has no end goal and about how life is like literally what you make it, and life is the lessons that you learn throughout your life. And I think one, that's beautiful. Two, I think that gives me so much more happiness and so much more peace in my life when I think about life that way, when I'm able to think about, life being like what you make it and life not having an end goal. I think that's beautiful. So I've been learning how to restart, and I've been able to learn how to be like, you know what, we're having a rough spot right now, but A, this is temporary. B, I can change it. I can change my mindset. I can change how I react to stuff. So I've been noticing the things that make me really, really upset, and I've been sitting down with myself and seeing what's not working. For example, I've noticed that every time I'm on social media, like for a long time, I get drained or I can't focus. Like social media kind of affects my focus levels. So I've been making it to where I'm able to sit down alone and really meditate and see the issue and journal about it or read about it and just do what I love. I also made a list of old habits and new habits that have really helped me as of late. So an old habit that I've had is spending money on things that we don't need. Like I'm really like working on this whole adult thing now that I'm 19. I'm really trying to be responsible with my money and be responsible with what I spend. Obviously, life is too short and make the spend or whatever. But I've noticed that what I want is the boost of mood. I want to feel better when I buy something. And obviously, money does not buy anything that makes us happy. Money does buy things that make us happy, but money at the end of the day does not make us happy. And I noticed that I just want to feel better. So the new habit that I set is positive money management. For example, I I've been having meetings with financial advisors to see how to do adult stuff like taxes and stuff like that. I'm learning how to save the money. 20% goes into savings account. This is how much you should spend. Stuff like that. I've been paying attention to what I want to feel better about. Do I want, maybe a boost of energy? Maybe I want, something new to wear. So instead of, going and buying stuff that I don't need, I'll really sit down with myself and be like, is this really necessary? Is this really what you need? And honestly, most of the time it's a no. So that I'm really learning how, maybe an old habit is spending so much money. Let's change it into, hey, we have to be responsible with our money, because at the end of the day, we kind of do live in a world that is ran by, money. So we have to learn how to do that. And I think that's so important. At least for me, it's important. Also, another old habit that I've noticed that I do is binging on food. For example, I sometimes overeat. I'll sometimes just overeat a lot. Like the other day I think it was on Sunday, I literally had a bagel sandwich, an acai bowl, and then I had Chinese food. And I noticed that I just really wanted pleasure and relaxation. Like I really just wanted to feel much better about myself, or not about myself, but I just really wanted to relax. And so now I've shifted my focus to, instead of overeating, which is not healthy, and I've struggled with overeating for back in my teenage years, now I work out. That's a new habit that I've been focusing on, working out, which is something so beautiful to me. And I've just realized that, like, life is never in a place where you can't restart. Life is never at a place where you're stuck in the spot and all the old habits that you have, you can never just restart. And I think that's beautiful. And I think that's one of the I've been journaling 3 things I'm grateful for every day lately. Actually, yeah, lately this week I started again because I did a lot last month, but I'm starting again this month to this week. And I've written down 3 things I'm grateful for, and every single time I'm always grateful for being able to have, fresh 24 hours to restart and do anything I want. Like tomorrow, I can restart, I can have new goals, I can, decide if I go on social media or not. I can decide if I go on a 4-mile run. I can decide if I go do hot Pilates. I can decide if I go to the gym. I can decide all of these things because life is what I make. The universe is me. I am the universe. I make the universe. So it's like every reality that I have is what I make. So why not choose a positive, nice reality? Why not choose one where we're all... One thing that I learned is always better yourself. Like at the end of the day, our end goal in life is not to, how much money we have in our bank accounts. It's not about how much, how many years of college we've done, if we have kids, if we have a house, if we have cars. At the end of the day, it's always about bettering yourself every single day, because one, life is too short to not work on yourself. B, I truly believe that none of those things matter. I'm not, obviously materialism things are nice because, why not? But also that shouldn't be my main focus. And that's an old habit that I used to have. I used to have this habit where I just wanted to make money. I just wanted to buy a bunch of stuff. And I didn't focus on, reading, working out, meditation, really listening to my body and what I needed is a new habit that I've actually been practicing a lot, and it's really helped me. For example, I had this rough little patch this week where I wasn't able to focus on my reading. I was like, I can't focus on my reading. This book is a little bit harder to understand because it's a lot of big words. So I'm like, I really need to focus. I talked to this about my sister too. So I was like, I just really need a good meditation. I really just, need to sit under the sun, and I just really need to sit with myself and listen to myself and be like, what does my body need? What does my mind and body need? And it honestly just needed a break. Like, it honestly just needed a break from social media, from being in contact with so many people around the world, with being able to see how many people, being able to see what other people are doing. You just really need a break from those things. And I feel like we don't realize that we need breaks from those things because it's so normal, it's second nature to, pick up our phone like the second that we wake up. That's also a new habit that I've done for like 8 months now, where I don't go on my phone the first hour of my day. Instead, I work out, and it's improved my life so much. I used to not go on my phone the last hour of my day, but I'm gonna start today, because honestly, why can't we start new habits today, right now? Make a list. Let's go on a walk and let's make a list. Go to the park, sit down, let's make a list of new habits that we want to create for our life. For example, me, I want to not go on my phone the last hour of my day. I want to read at least 15 minutes every single day. I want to meditate at least 2 times a week. Those are the new habits that I want to bring into my life, because I've noticed that these things have positive impact in me. And life is what you create. Life is about positivity. Life is about, being happy with what you're doing in life. And it's not about how many hours you're working. It's not about how much money you have. To me, that's not important. To me, it's about how you're going to better yourself. And turning your old habits into new habits is something incredible. And it's something that I'm really, really working on. It's something really important to me. So if you have any old habits that you would want to kick, maybe realize why you're doing this. Why you're doing, these old habits. Like, why are you staying in a toxic relationship? Or why are you, maybe you really want to work out, and it's like, okay, these things will bring you happiness. If you let go of those toxic people, these things will bring you positive energy, you know? So it's like really putting yourself first and realizing, you know what, these old habits are actually really bad for me. I'm gonna change them. I'm gonna reverse them. I'm gonna do the opposite of these things. And honestly, that is like the best way to live life, at least for me. That is the best way that I live my life, and it's something that I really, really want. Like, I can't express enough, you know? Realize, like, listen to your body, sit down with your body and be like, I've been in this weird funk, I've been feeling super weird, let me sit down with my body and see what I can do differently. And I think that's really what life is about, seeing what you can do differently in life to better yourself, to wake up every single day and be like, today I will be a better version of myself, not, you know, the ultimate richest hottest version of myself, but the best version of myself today. I will show up as the best version of myself every single day. And that is a new habit that we can practice, and that's something that I will practice as well, because it's just something very important to me. And it's about, like, you know, it helps you find your purpose, you know. Bettering yourself every single day and doing what you love really allows you to find your purpose in life, and it's something really important, and it's something really good that I've realized. But anyways, I love you so much. Have an amazing day. Bye. I love you.